Hi everybody. Today we're going to be looking at how to factor perfect square trinomials and more. So let's get into this. So we have the following two formulas. You might be familiar with these as the binomial pattern. So it's a squared plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. And a squared minus b squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So these things are preliminary for factoring and multiplying expressions. But today, we're going to learn how to do the reverse of this formula. So let's start with an introductory example. So we're given the task of factoring 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. So let's see. So we have a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Cut. Naina cut in a formula with tapaldu. A minus b whole squared is it? ஏன்னா a squared minus b squared னு எழுதி வச்சிருக்கேன். a minus b whole squared. அப்பா இது என்னமோ கட்டில் இருக்குது. ஸோ கொஞ்சம் இதை யோசிச்சு பார்த்திக்கோ. a plus b whole squared. கரெக்ட் பண்ணியாச்சா? சரி ஓகே நைனா. Restarting in 3, 2, 1. Hi everybody, today we're going to be looking at how to factor perfect square trinomials. So we have these two formulas in front of us. A plus b whole squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared, and a minus b whole squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. You might be familiar with these as the binomial patterns. And these are almost the fundamentals of multiplication in algebra. But today, we're going to learn how to do the exact opposite of the formula. We're going to learn how to turn a squared minus 2ab plus b squared into a minus b or a plus b whole squared. So let's start with an introductory example, shall we? So we are given the task of factoring 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. So let's see. We have the formula for this is a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So we need to figure out a and b at this point. It's pretty easy. So let's see. We have 9x squared. So let's see. What is the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is 3. And the square root of x squared is going to be x. So that means a is equal to 3x. That's one part done. And then for b, we all know that the square root of 4 is equal to 2. So b equals 2. But then we're missing a part. We have to check if our a and b is correct by multiplying these two, and by multiplying a and b and 2 to see if we get this. So let's see. 2 times 3x times 2. What do we get? 2 times 2 is 4 times 3x. 4 times 3 is 12x. So we're good. So we now know that the factor of 9x squared plus 12x plus 4 is equal to 3x minus 2 whole squared plus 2. So this is how you factor a perfect square trinomial. So now let's move on to an example in this. So we have to factor 81y squared minus 72y plus 16. So let's start. 81y squared. What is the square root of 81? So that is going to be 9. And the square root of y squared, we know that is y. So our A is 9y. And our B, the square root of 16, is gonna be 4. So B equals 4. Now we double check. 2 times 9y times 4. Let's see. 2 times 4 is 8 times 9y, which is going to give us 9 times 8 is 72. 72. Y, which is the same. So 81y squared minus 72y plus 16 is going to be equaling 9y minus 4 the whole squared. So now let's move on to another type. So we have 64y squared minus 1. And this uses a different formula. This is the formula a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. So this is our formula that we're going to be using for this example and the next one. So we have this 64y squared minus 1. So let's see, 64y squared. So let's take the square root of 64. Square root of 64, which is going to be equal to 8. Square root of y squared, as we once again know, is y. So a is going to be equaling 8y. And b is going to be equaling, this time since it's just 1, 1. So 64y squared minus 1 equals 8y minus 1 and times 8y plus 1. So now, there is something else about this that I want you to know. So we're given to factor 25x to the 4th plus 4. Now this is a bit different. So you might wonder why the answer has I in them. Because you see, our formula only covered minus. There is no formula for plus. However, through a certain set of steps that we will cover later in the series, you get an answer that involves the imaginary number I that equals to the root of -1, which we know does not exist. So until we learn how I works, we label this question as does not exist. And then for the final one, we have to factor m to the power of 4th plus n to the power of 4th, minus. So this one is quite easy for the last example. So let's see. We once again use the formula a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. So let's see here. We know that any variable squared, whole squared, means we multiply the two exponents and that we get a product of the two exponents in the end result. So if we have a to the m whole power n, we're going to have a to the m times n. So this is a property of exponents that we're going to use here. So what squared is going to be m to the power 4? So 4 divided by 2 is 2. So then that's going to mean that m to the power of 2 whole squared is going to lead to m to the power of 4. So our a is going to be equal to m squared. Same for our n, m squared. So we're going to get m squared plus n squared times m squared minus n squared. So let's review what we did. So we learned how to factor perfect squares by using the binomial squares pattern but reverse. So we learned how to take the square root of an expression in a perfect square and simplify it so that we get the a's or b's in the binomial squares. And we also learned how to use the formula a squared minus b squared is going to be equaling to a plus b times a minus b to factor a squared minus b squared forms. So we did 64y squared minus 1, which led up to 8y minus 1 times 8y plus 1. We did 81y squared minus 72y plus 16, which led up to 9y minus 4 the whole square. We did 9x squared plus 12x plus 4, which led up to 3x plus 2 the whole squared. And we figured out that you cannot factor an expression which has a squared plus b squared without using imaginary numbers. And then finally, as our last example, we did m to the power of 4 minus n to the power of 4, which was one of the a squared minus b squared forms. So we used the exponent property to figure out the square root. We got a and b, and we wrote down the answer. Well, that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.